Hi guys, it's Adria. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, it is my birthday. I'm 28 years old. I'm filming this intro as my makeup's all done, but today you are going to get ready with me. So if you would like, go grab your makeup. If you want to wash your dishes, wash your dishes. If you want to fold some laundry, clean your room, do your homework. I don't know, whatever you're doing, we will do it together. This is Get Ready With Me birthday edition. And so if you want to see me go from a tomato-faced blob to a glam queen, keep on watching. Oh my gosh, so like, I'm old. I did one of these last year, and I've done them a few years. I don't know if I've done them every single year, but I'm gonna try to make that a thing. Like, let's just sit down and have some thoughts about the year and where I'm at currently and what my life's like. And I feel like this would be cool to look back at in, like, you know, 5-10 years down the road. Yeah, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. Yeah, let's just get into the Get Ready With Me. All right, so I think I'm gonna use some of this Murad Rapid Collagen. I basically use this as like a primer, but it's really good. It like smooths your skin texture out. I do have like some fine lines in my forehead, nothing crazy. How's everybody doing? I wasn't sure what videos to film like for my birthday. Color correction, because your girl is a tomato. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I just realized I had like chunks all up in my face. Yeah, so Brandon got me a cameo from Kendall from Big Time Rush. And that was honestly probably my favorite gift. I mean, you can't really top that. Let's see, I was like 17 when I was obsessed with Big Time Rush. So I feel like I was at a really good age to like be obsessed with Big Time Rush. It was like that teen, like, oh my gosh, like obsessed. Wow, I think I put too much green on. Somebody wanted me to show like some of my birthdays, like home movies, and I actually found some. So, you know, maybe we'll look at that later in the video. From what I remember of watching my home movies, I haven't seen them in over a year, but I was so painfully quiet on my birthday. Like, I just don't think I like the attention. All right, so now I'm taking my Maybelline Fit Me foundation, because honestly, this is my favorite foundation. I tried the bougier foundations, and I like them, but like, I always find myself coming back to her. I can never do my makeup like good on camera. I feel like it always like low-key kind of sucks. So right now it's like 10:40. I have about an hour and 20 minutes to do this before Brandon comes home, which is enough time, honestly. You know, he's gonna come home for lunch and he's going back to work. I think he's coming home early. He said he was gonna come home at like 2:30 today. And my plans for tonight are I'm gonna go have dinner with my Nana, because I didn't really have much else going on, and I'm like, I know my Nana would like to see me. Make sure to get the foundation all down the neck. I think I put way too much foundation on my face. Recently I had this horrible incident that was like so scary. I was working outside. I do like this like summer job type deal. This one day last week, I looked at the weather and like there was like an air quality advisory and it was gonna be 91 degrees and like super humid and poor air quality. I'm like, I don't know about this. My Nana's the one that takes me and she's like, oh, you know, like it's gonna be fine, like whatever. And like she thought I was trying to flake on it. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And I know I can be flaky. No, I'm just like legitimately concerned about the weather. I almost passed out. I usually go for 2 hours at a time. 45 minutes into it, I was like dying. I poured ice water down my back and I didn't even shiver, like nothing. I was like, God help me. Like, anyways, girl, let's do the Maybelline Fit Me in 330 for contour. I was scared. So at the point where I had about 25 minutes left, I was like, okay, like I can just pull through this. But then I go to cool off in the car for a second and I am seeing stars and I'm like, I don't think I can get back up. So then I tried to call my Nana like, hey, like I need to go. Like I feel like I'm gonna pass out. Her phone was in the car with me and So I had to go get her, and then I started having an anxiety attack because I couldn't catch my breath because it was so hot. I was drinking water, I was hydrated, but it was just like the air was so thick and humid, it felt like I couldn't breathe. When you can't catch your breath, it kind of tricked my body into thinking I was like having an anxiety attack, because that's usually what happens. But it was scary, and I actually thought I was gonna pass out. I did not pass out. I felt very close to it. Yeah, I had to cut my day a little short. The people that I do gardening for, like, they felt really bad about it. I just felt embarrassed. I'm gonna contour my boobs a little bit. I'm like, don't feel bad about it. Like, it, you know, I'm fine. It's not, if I actually pass out, I'd understand, but like, I was just trying to take the precaution before I passed out. I was just trying to get all my work done. I didn't want to be seen as like a wimp and like, oh, I'm just trying to dip, you know? And like, even Brandon was kind of teasing me that morning, like, oh, you know, like, you're trying to be flaky, like, just go do it, like, it's fine, like, just kind of joking about it. And I'm just like, anyway, Brandon got me this cameo from Kendall from Big Time Rush, and he gave it to me early just because when he got it, he like couldn't, oh, too much contour on the nose, okay. He just like couldn't keep it a secret, and I cried. I wish I would have got my reaction on camera, but he kind of just sprung it on me out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it. So now I'm gonna do my eyebrows with the CoverGirl Perfect Blend Brow Pencil. I don't know what shade this is. No, but it says it's only good for 6 months, but bestie, we've been using this for a year. I don't really care. Does anybody like actually abide by makeup expiring rules? I'd love to know, because if you do, you're a better person than me. I'm the only person that uses this. That's the thing. If I use this on other people, like, yeah. And also, I wouldn't use this on someone else. I didn't even know makeup expired literally till maybe like 5 years ago. And then I went through all my makeup and I'm like, yeah, like, we're getting rid of all of this. So what else is going on? Oh, well, I went to the dentist, and I'm proud of myself because I was so afraid of going to like any doctors or anything during COVID. I was just like, if it's not an emergency, which I did almost make an emergency dentist appointment back in February. I had eaten some popcorn and this kernel got stuck up in my tooth and my gum was swollen and bleeding, and I'm like, this is bad, but I did get it out. And plus, once the pain went away, I feel like, you know, if you're in constant pain, obviously, like, go to the doctor. Like, don't be a hero in that scenario. Kind of like me almost passing out outside. I think I need to do better with, like, you know, if I'm having a problem, like, I need to solve this, like, immediately. I'm kind of the person that's like, unless a bone's hanging out, I'm probably gonna just be like, oh, I'm good. Well, now I'm gonna conceal around my brows and then do my eyeshadow. My mom had chickens. I think I've told you guys this before. And they actually ended up like getting rid of them fairly recently, which I was pretty sad about because I helped my mom take care of them. My mom is probably the most like empathetic person, especially with animals. One of her chickens got sick and she spent like over $200 just to take it to the vet and like get medicine for it, where like, you know, other people were like just, you know, like take it out to the woods, or like, you know, just like have it put down or something. Like, you know, like it's just a chicken. Like my mom was like crying about it. Like she loves animals. It was a hard decision for her to come to like get rid of them, but she found like this guy who was like, oh, I have like 100 chickens, like they would fit right in with me. And my mom's like, that's not what I want. Like, I don't want somebody that just has like hundreds of chickens. But then she found this lady who is kind of like a hippie and just, you know, has chickens and just like loves animals. And my mom was like, yep, I pick you. They're in a happier place. They can, you know, roam free now, because the place my mom had for them was like, they had space to walk around, but it was kind of closed. You know, they're happier now, which is good. I don't know what I want to do with my makeup today. I feel like I want to keep it relatively simple. I might put my false eyelashes on. Okay, the real meat and potatoes of the video. So I mentioned a few videos ago that I was going to sign up to do therapy. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I kind of put off doing that for a while. After that video, you know, I was like, oh, as soon as I'm done filming this, I'm gonna go do it, which was my intention. But the more and more I was looking into it, like everything was just looking so expensive. And I kind of hate that about, you know, mental health, mental care. It's so expensive just to take care of yourself the way you would like to, which is like, what? I need to pay hundreds of dollars just to function like a normal person. You know, I'm not doing this for poops and giggles. Like, I actually want to better myself. But I did finally find something that I think will be good for me. Cross your fingers. I actually have my first call with it today. It is virtual. That was something else that I was kind of like picky about. Like I wanted it to be virtual if I could. So I think I'm gonna go in with my Festival by Juvia's palette. It's kind of a mess, honestly, but I love this peachy color. I use it as blush a little too sometimes. But yeah, wish me luck with the therapy. Obviously, when you're seeing this video, I would have already started it. You know, I'm just nervous about it just because I haven't done therapy in like close to 10 years. The last time I did it, I was like a teenager and in a very different spot in life. What is on my lip? I swear, every time I film a video, I just have like poop all over my face. Yeah, this is a nice little crease color. It's just like, see that? Like it's so soft and just kind of subtle. You're like, I don't know. I'm nervous to do therapy. I feel like, you know, obviously the money aspect of it is one thing. I'm just afraid of change, even if it's good. And I'm also afraid of like maybe not getting answers to what I want help with, or maybe getting an answer to something I wasn't expecting. Like it's just the unexpected of all of it. I'm not too high and mighty to think like, oh, there's nothing wrong with me and like, oh, I don't have mental health issues. I think there's people out there that are just too proud to admit they have any kind of problem, but I'm the first one to be like, yeah, help me, please. All right, so that looks pretty good. I think I'll do some of this gold on my lid just with my finger. Yeah, so I'm 28. I can't believe it. What? When did I get so freaking old? I don't know. But I'm also at the point in life where I'm just like, I think I've said this before, like this is the youngest I'll ever be again in my life. And I know 10 years from now I'll be like, girl, like you are not old. So, you know, I'm just kind of like embracing every age at this point, because I remember my early 20s, I was so depressed on my birthdays. I was just like, oh, like I'm so old. Like I could not cope with like getting into my 20s. 21, okay, cool. 22, okay. 23, okay. Like that's enough slices. TikTok, yeah, like that was me. I think I'll just go in with like a little bit of orange. This orange is very bright, so I do try to like use it sparingly. I'm not trying to go crazy with the makeup, but it's cute in the little outer corner. Just embrace your 20s as a whole, because I don't think there's any age in your 20s or even your 30s that is like old. I know it can feel that way, but we're young and hot. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm hotter than I was 10 years ago, so I'm just embracing that fact as well. My mom wanted to take me to Dunkin' Donuts today, and I think I want like a boba juice drink lemonade thing. Like, this looks cute. Something else that I've kind of been working on and that I want to find help with therapy is, I don't even think this is necessarily anything new, but I think the pandemic kind of brought this out of me, and I more recently kind of discovered what this is, and like, oh, I identify with this a lot, is being like agoraphobic. You know, I did do that whole video on like, you know, like germophobia and emetophobia and all this, and it's like, well, let's just add another phobia to the mix, right? All right, I'm just gonna do some eyeliner. This is the Urban Decay Glide On eye pencil, which is almost used up. I almost can't even read it, but, and so, anyway, agoraphobia. So that's just like, I mean, to simplify it, it's like basically being afraid of leaving the comfort of your house. You know, I felt that a lot as a kid, and you know, everybody always said like, oh, I have separation anxiety and this sort of thing, but like, I just always remember being uncomfortable anytime I had to be away from my house, be away from my mom. I had like people I felt safe with, and then when I had to be away from that, I just like freaked out. I didn't do sleepovers. I didn't even like having people sleep over at my house. Probably is social anxiety as well. And just with the pandemic, it just kind of fed my fear of leaving my house, and it almost validated the fear. Like, yeah, you should be afraid to leave your house. It's scary. Like, look how scary it is. I've had to really push back on that. I think I'm gonna do some concealer. I didn't really know what the criteria for agoraphobia really was. For instance, when Brandon and I were in Florida, or even when we were going to Florida, when we were in the airport, as soon as there were people standing behind me in like the TSA line, I felt like I couldn't breathe. I had to have Brandon stand behind me and create like this huge gap between between me and people behind me. And then we tried going somewhere in Florida and we were waiting in a line and like I had to just leave. And I'm like, I don't know why I can't stand in a line of people. Like that never scared me before. Like that never freaked me out. I never even thought twice about it before. And now I'm like terrified if there's people standing behind me. Just kind of over the course of a few months, I'm just like, is this like agoraphobia? I don't know what this is. I feel like 2 or 3 out of the 5 big criteria for it. And they say it can often be confused with social anxiety. And it is very similar to it. And that's the one thing about getting older that I really cherish, is that I feel like I just constantly become more self-aware of my shortcomings, my struggles, the things I need to work on. I mean, having mental health issues as like a preteen and a teen was very frustrating because there's so many feelings that you just don't have words for and you don't have names for, and you just feel so isolated in your own little world. And I think that's why I like to be so open about things on the internet, because it's stuff that I felt lonely about when I was growing up. I've had anxiety my whole life. It's like, I don't remember not being anxious about everything. Because I've felt this way for so long, it's given me a lot of time to analyze the feelings and like, you know, kind of identify them. I don't know how I'm feeling about my makeup. I think I need some powder. I don't know. I just get frustrated being the way I am. So more recently, I found, I don't know if you guys know this, I think I've told you, but I've mentioned before that I wrote books when I was a kid. Like that was my favorite thing to do. That was my outlet as a kid. I recently found a bunch of them. I don't think it's all of them. Oh, by the way, I use the Revlon Photo Ready blurring powder. This is great setting powder, just FYI. And Brandon was encouraging me to like rewrite some of my books and like publish them. I just spit on myself. That would feel so full circle to me if I could just publish even just one of the books I wrote as a kid. All right, so I'm gonna put on these falsies. Let's do that. I don't know, I just do struggle in like the motivation department. I was always the person, like somebody asked me like, what do you wanna do when you grow up? Like when I reached a certain age, like I just didn't know. And I envied the kids that knew what they wanted to do and what they wanted to be, go to college and all that. I'm like, I don't think I'm that person. I don't even want to say like I'm a free spirit, like, but I think I kind of am the artist that just kind of free floats through life and is just having new creative ideas and that sort of thing. And I think that's just who I am. And I even found something like my old paintings that I did. I'm like, should I just open an Etsy and just sell paintings? Like I kind of also want to do that. I meant to curl my lashes. Poop. Why is the inner corner of lashes so hard? So I am working on my bathroom makeover. Y'all said you wanted me to do a video on that, so I am doing it. I'm super excited for that. I don't know why this isn't working. All right, you know what? That's like as good as it's gonna get. I'm not very good at lashes because I don't wear them every day. I'm like a special occasion lash kind of girl. It constantly feels like there's a foreign object above your eye, which is kind of weird. You probably get used to that, right? Hear me out, but why do these look like 2 different lashes? Like this hardly looks like anything, and then this one looks huge. What? Let's just pop some mascara on. Like, I don't know. The one just looks way bigger than the other one. Ooh. Kind of hot in my room. I get so hot when I'm doing my makeup. I've also been vlogging more, so if y'all like vlogs, head over to my vlog channel, which I will link up here. It's just called Don't Be a Sad Panda 2. I've been trying to post more there, document my life more. I probably should have done the eyeliner before I put on the lashes, in all honesty, which I normally would do. I don't know. I think I wasn't gonna do liner, but I changed my mind. Oh, I kind of messed that one up. And now I'm like overheating. Little bit of a crazy neighbor update here. So y'all know we got like a security doorbell. Ever since we have hooked that up, well, we caught her on it like 3 times, but that was like close to a month ago, and ever since then she hasn't come back. So I don't know if she's aware that like, you know, like, hey, you're being recorded, like watch yourself. I did hear her screaming this morning, however, so like I don't know if she's trying to tell me happy birthday. And Brandon's so sweet. When I was talking to him on the phone, he was like, this is like honestly a special day for me too, because on my birthday 8 years ago today was when we met for the first time, when I flew to Florida to meet him in person. And it's just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how long ago that was. And I remember being so nervous, having to wait for him to get there in the airport, and just, I remember the night before, like, I could hardly even eat anything. Like, my stepdad had made me this big birthday dinner. He made me homemade pesto sauce and spaghetti, and, like, I remember just, like, struggling to eat because I was just so nervous about the next day. And, you know, like, today really is special for, you know, obviously it's my birthday, but also it's like a cute little memory, like, oh, we met in person on this day. I'm also gonna do some brow gel, which is just the Maybelline Great Lash. You know, add a little Gen Z to the brow. I'm gonna do my lips. Oh, first I need to, oh wait, we need highlight. I don't know, I'm all over the place. All right, so I fill in my freckles also with my little brow pencil. Some people think it's weird that I fill in my freckles, but I don't care. I like doing it. Let's highlight. This Jeffree Star Ice Cold is literally 5 years old at this point, but I'm going to use her into the dirt. Like, what did we do before highlight? What did we do? You know what else is hard about getting older? Is like, it feels like you see your friends and everything become like not your friends, and you see people like in such different phases of life than you. See people with like kids and like houses and like full-on careers. I'm just like, I don't have kids, and I'm like an entrepreneur. You know, I'm just like a YouTuber and I don't have kids. But you know, then it's just like, I feel like some people would probably like to see what my life is like a little bit. Not the bad mental health part. Or maybe this light is just too bright. All right, I'm gonna do a little blush. All right, it's 11:22. I have like 40-ish minutes, which is probably more than enough time. That may have been too much blush. All right, like that looks pretty cute. Blend it out a little bit. This is the Kat Von D Lovecraft, and it tastes like Rice Krispie treats. But yeah, like seeing people that you used to be like super close to just entering like different phases of life, it's like a weird thing that you have to kind of cope with. Your life is just so much different the older you get, and you're not really meant to have like huge groups of friends. Kind of get like a few close friends here and there, hang out with, text every now and then, and you know, then you drift apart. Like that's how life goes. And then I'm gonna do some of this Maybelline Nude Thrill 755 in like the center of my lips. All right, do we want to see some home movies? I'm a little scared. I love this dress. I got this dress at Walmart like years ago, and I've never worn it, I don't think. Oh, you can kind of see. I didn't blend my boob contour. Do girls even contour their boobs anymore? I don't know. I don't think they do. Okay, let's look at some fetus Adria, shall we? And I want to give a shout out today to Lindsay G for the suggestion to show you guys some of my home movies on my birthday So thank you, Lindsay, for the cute and fun idea. All right, we'll start with my 7th birthday. Well, that's me, obviously. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I feel like I look the same. Do y'all think I look the same? Oh. So how long? 21 years. Oh my gosh, 21 years ago. I'm gonna fast forward to this. This is my favorite. This, see the big box behind me? That was the one thing I wanted that year, and it was a Barbie airplane. I'm so quiet. Like, do y'all see how quiet I am? Like, even though I was literally like beside myself wanting to scream, like I was just so quiet. This makes me kind of sad, actually. I don't know. It's hard for me to watch these because, I mean, half the people in that video I don't even see anymore. Oh my gosh, here's my 9th birthday, and I had a pool party. So this is at my aunt's house in her backyard, and look at this setup we That's my brother, Zach. Don't be going. I'm like, all right, y'all are amateurs. Look. Yo, I bet I could still do this. I could still outrun everybody in that. Oh my gosh, my dog run. We'll finish it up with the 10th. All right. So this was August 2nd, 2003. And I was having a bowling party with like my family and some school friends. Look at me, look at my little, I was literally even gonna braid my hair today. Oh my gosh. Oh, I look so cute. I remember this. This was probably one of my favorite birthdays. I was so excited to have like a cool bowling party and have like my school friends. It felt so mature. There's my mom. There's little me. I think we're about to do my cake. I still have that necklace. Oh my gosh. Holy crap, I still have that necklace. What the? Aww. I'm gonna cry. That was my friend party, and then the next day on my actual birthday, we had like family party. Wow, I really blew those all out in one go. What the heck? Oh my gosh, so how many years ago was this? 18 years ago. She just yelled at my brother because he wanted the first piece. I don't know why I wanted to do that all day, but I wanted to do that. Alright, well, that's enough of like some nostalgia. I don't know, it's bittersweet to see that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, getting ready with me on my birthday. If you enjoyed, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for new videos. Let me know something that you've learned the older that you've gotten, because that's kind of where we've been at today, with like just kind of reminiscing and talking about self-discovery, maturity, being self-aware, self-reflection. I'm excited. Kind of nervous for therapy. I'm kind of like, you know, it's weird that it's on my birthday. That was the only appointment I could get this week. I hope it goes well. I'm enjoying life to the best of my ability. And yeah, it's time for me to go. I will see you guys again real soon. Until then, panda hugs. Love you guys. Goodbye.